For more analysis, we're joined from occupied Jerusalem by El-Natsha, Palestinian National Action Committee member. A very warm welcome to In Focus, and it's a pleasure to have you with us today. Gaza's government media office said that starving Palestinians are being lured to a distribution point only to be killed. A pattern he called a horrific international repeated crime. How do you assess this systematic nature of these actions, or the systematic nature of these actions?
Actually, the way of spreading these AIDS from day one or from day zero before they started, we say that it's unhumanitarian way because it's far from the refugee camps or the camps of the people who are settled or resettled several times in Gaza, in the north of Gaza, and people need to walk like sometimes 10 kilometers to reach this point in a very restrictive security procedures. They put them in a very narrow way to enter this center and target them by arresting sometimes and sometimes by shooting them. So it's not really a center for spreading AIDS. Is a center for collecting information. Everyone must give his file and his eye print to the security system there. They are collecting information about everyone who is entering this center, and this is something that it's like not in the way that we used to spread humanitarian aids, if it's a humanitarian aid. So they use the hunger of the people and the need of the people to collect more and more security information from them, and then they with judgment who will be arrested and who will be killed according to this security information, and who can get like a dozen of food or something that it's hardly implement their needs in reality. So, and they put these centers in four at first at three points in the south of Gaza to push the people to move from the north to the south. And now we are hearing that they will open a new center in the north of Gaza after the great push on this humanitarian association, if it's a humanitarian association anyway. So everything from day zero, the planning, the way of spreading this humanitarian aids, the way they act with the people, the huge number of information they are trying to get from those people, and this unhumanitarian way of spreading these aids means that they are militarizing the needs of the people and these aids, and they use it to achieve goals for this war that they didn't achieve by more than 20 months of attacking Gaza and bombing every center and every place of living in Gaza. So they didn't achieve their goals by pumping Gaza, by fire, by attacking from the air and from the tanks. Now they are trying to achieve their goals from this attacks or this war by pushing people to be replaced again from north to the south,
Got your
by
point, Dr.
pushing
Atiba. The United Nations top human rights official said attacks on civilians trying to assess the paltry amounts of food aid in Gaza is a grave breach of international law, and cited Israel's leadership openly discussing plans to empty Gaza. Do you see the attacks on aid centers as part of a broader strategy of forced displacement?
course. This is what they mean by these centers. They want to replace the people again and to make them to push them to move nearby these centers as much as possible to empty the north of Gaza. This is first, and then they want to put them in 5 locations and to surround them and to put security control on the people in Gaza, preparing for transferring them out of Gaza. They want to push them near these ports, so it will be easier, and near the borders as well, to be easier for them to push them for immigration. It's not immigration, but they are pushing them for this kind of
Displacement,
immigration.
not
So
immigration, Dr.
yeah,
Atiba.
immigration, I mean, to push them to go for other countries. It's immigration, and they're
To
preparing for
displace
some
Gaza.
other countries to get as much as possible from these Palestinian refugees. As we hear from some countries that they are trying to make contracts, Israel trying to make contracts with these countries to take some of those refugees. So step one is to replace the people and transfer them to these centers. And after that, they will try to push them to be emigrated to other countries out of Palestine.
Okay, as people are forced to choose between starving to death or risking being shot at aid sites, how does this reality reshape the humanitarian calculus for international agencies still active in Gaza?
Actually, يعني for today, I can't even notice any movement or any action for these international organization, or they are just making reports and saying that it's not a humanitarian, but they didn't make anything in reality to replace this kind of organization that called itself a humanitarian aid organization. And they didn't took any action to force Israel to enter any kind of humanitarian aids within this organization, American organization that they established to militarize this humanitarian aid. Since um, 1 week till now, a very limited number of aids entered to Gaza for the international organization supplies, and most of them were stolen. And the some who entered the storages of these organizations were attacked and pumped in the storages. So we are talking about zero entry for any kind of aids for these organizations. So they can't do any efforts to survive, to help people to be survived in Gaza, because of the limitation that the Israelis are put in these organizations, and the limitation of action that countries behind these organizations is taking against Israel and its attack, or its I don't know what we can call it, because I feel that Israel is attacking now not just the Palestinian people in the Gaza Strip. They are attacking the international um,
Community?
community in whole. Yes, and they are even attacking the international law, the everything that we know about this international community. And they stand like just saying that we have suspicious that Israel is making a war crime, and no action is taken in reality to stop this crime, or this suspicious of this crime to be happened on the Palestinian people, as if they want more and more evidence to take a real action against Israel. We hope
Okay,
that this month, yes,
what do you
we
hope
hope
this
that
month?
after
What do
two
you hope this
weeks,
month?
again,
Said you hope this month, then I interrupted you.
yeah, this month, after 2 weeks, the conference that will be held in the United Nations can take some real actions against Israel and punishment. And we said that Israel didn't obey any kind of uh, orders unless it's goes with punishment. So we look forward that the European countries will take a real actions to review the contracts with Israel, and to take action in
But
putting
Dr.
like
Atiba, this
punishment on Israel.
yes, this is what Riyad Mansour, the UN permanent representative at the UN Security Council, did say today, that there are many countries that are changing their narrative nowadays towards what's happening in Gaza, and they're against what's happening in Gaza, and they do not and they're not anymore quiet like they used to be, and that things are changing. So we all we hope and all the hope that what's happening in Gaza and the heartbreaking and the sniper, of course, and the gunshots and the getting humanitarian aid or food easier for the people of Gaza is all that we're waiting for. Thank you very much, Dr. El-Natsha, Palestinian National Action Committee. Thank you very much for your insights, valuable knowledge, and thank you very much for your time.